Hello everyone, in this video we'll see how you can import the layout of an AutoCAD file and then make changes to it and add walls and other stuff according to the front elevations. So some things are created but later on some things are created when we make a plan, but later on when we design all the stuff some changes are made to them. So basically in this video we will go from beginning to the very end and even focus on minute details and steps that you need to follow. Firstly, I will import an AutoCAD file plan and then start working on it. Now I will start the video. So firstly you will have to go to file and then click on import. Like here, as you can see, the file is already present on my desktop, so I will use this file only. I will open it and import it directly to SketchUp. So we have clicked on import and the file has appeared on our working area now. Now as you can see, these are not three individual files, this is a group. So firstly we will have to ungroup it. To do that, right click and explode. So after exploding, delete these extra geometries. Now these two geometry, what we are gonna do with them is bring them closer to each other so that it's easy to work with them. Now as you can see, we have moved them closer. Now the dotted one is the plan of the first floor and the right one is the plan of the ground floor. So basically in the previous video we learned how you can import a PDF file and then use the tracing method and create stuff over it. So in this video you will see how you can add walls, front elevation and other stuff and other important things to an imported AutoCAD file. So that is what you're gonna do here. So we will start right now. Firstly we will select the plan of the first floor, this one. So now that it is selected, we will use the move tool to move it away for now, which will allow us to work on the ground floor plan. So okay, I will move it here. So we will bring the ground floor plan closer to the origin right now, again using the move tool, and now we will work on this. So this is all the stuff. So this is a bed here and it is not required right now, so we can even remove it for now. So I will remove the other bed as well right here. So let me check if there's anything else. Okay, now I will create a rectangle that starts from the top left corner and move it to the lowest right corner. Now as you can see, some geometry have been created here. 80% of the walls have been created, but as you can see some are left. This is because there are some dotted lines here, so that is why SketchUp wasn't able to recognize this geometry. So we will do that manually. We will leave the doors like these for better view so that it is easier to remember that there was a door here. While we work on including the geometry, SketchUp is also picking up the leftover geometries here, as you can see. So I will include the staircase as well because we will also need it, because we will have to lift the stairs as well. We will also include this one by creating a line and making this a rectangle, which will tell SketchUp to include this geometry, this whole geometry. Then we will erase this line we created. So like this we have included all the geometry that we need and even created some. This will help us to directly lift the walls using the push-pull tool. So we want the height of near about 10 feet. So I will type in the dimensions box. Now we'll have to check if there are any walls that are left and lift them manually. So I'm including all of the geometry which was left by SketchUp. Now as you can see, these are the inner walls. These were not uplifted because these are not a part of the connected geometry. Now you don't have to lift each one of these by typing in the dimensions box. Just double click while having the push pull tool selected and SketchUp will use the reference from our previous selections. Like earlier we lifted the walls up to 10 feet. So SketchUp will use that reference here. So I'm just repeating the procedure here on this wall. So remember here you have placed the windows. This was the window as well, if you remember that. So after this being done, create the floor. You can also create the floor separately, but I'm just doing because a little bit of it is left. We won't have to create a separate base for this. I will also erase these lines that are present on these walls. Firstly, let me make the base. So I will erase these lines now that were created when we used the push-pull tool to elevate the walls. We don't need this. It will just bother us when we will start painting the walls, so we'll just erase it. Now we'll come to the windows. So basically what we are gonna do is create these windows. So I'm just firstly gonna erase the extra geometry that we don't need right now. This was like made to denote north, south, east, west. This is created while we make the floor plans, but we don't need it right now while designing. So I'm not gonna erase the doors because this will just give us a general idea about the plan. So the second important thing we are gonna do right now is create a base. So I want the base to be near about 1 foot below the plan. So like this I will create it. Okay, here we go. So now I'm trying to keep these lines that I draw vertically parallel to the blue line, blue axis, so that a proper 90-degree angle is made, so that we can create a proper geometry. So like this I am joining basically all of it. Now we'll just create this window. Using the push-pull tool, bring it up a little bit, 1 feet 6 inches the height of this bar. Now while keep pressing the control key, from here I want the height 6 feet. Now again pressing the control key. Now I will do it like this, and now using the push pull horizontally. So this is created here. Now we will come to this window. So again we want it to 1 feet 6 inches. Now to create the upper pane, we will use the pencil tool and draw a line of length 6 feet from here. Now make the line parallel to the green axis, which SketchUp will help you to do by turning the point and the line green. Now we'll just use the push pull tool to pull the geometry, and we'll make it meet the other side like this. So there's nothing extraordinary as such. These are basic normal steps that will work everywhere. So just remember these and you are good to go. So this is done. Now these are also windows. First keep deleting the extra geometry wherever you see it. Like here you can see the wall. First let me delete this. Here you can see the wall. So now for the wall, choose the eraser tool, and while keeping the left mouse button pressed, keep dragging and select all these lines. Okay, like this, and they will be erased when you leave the mouse button. Here we go. Now this space was left for the cupboard while making the plan. So let's move on and work on this window right here. So same procedure as earlier, 1 foot 6 inches. Okay, 6 feet here. From the bottom, yep, 6 feet, and push pull and attach it here. So here we go. So same thing with this window right here, using the reference again. So now as you can see, SketchUp is automatically suggesting 6 feet here. This happened because we already used a lot of these dimensions earlier, so SketchUp was just giving us references. So again push pull and attach it here. So one more left, same here, same process. So but actually this was a ventilator, so we'll give it a height of around 6 feet. 6 feet in the dimensions box. And here we go, create a line, push pull and attach it here. So basically this crisscross area that you can see here is OTS area, which means open to sky area, which is also called a jal in Hindi as well. Now we will work on these stairs. First I was just erasing the extra geometry that was on the walls. We will design the doors later. So we'll work on the stairs first. I'm just joining some edges that were left so that the proper geometry can be created. Okay, here we go. For these three I will use the rectangle tool from the bottom left to the top right. Okay, again the same with these. Here we go. So the middle figure, as you can see, this rounded figure right here, that is for the railing. So you can imagine stairs and a railing above them that is hovering over, kind of. So we are gonna make the steps right now. Yep, attaching the geometry, making it closed one. Like this. You might see that these geometries are sometimes not linked up. If not, you can link them up like this. Now we'll select the control key and select all the faces. So we could only do the faces that are above the ground, so it will be hollow from the under. So we'll use the copy by pressing the control key. One second, I will do it again. Control, selected, control, move tool, from the bottom left corner, select it and move it here, and type in X4 after placing, of course. So one thing you might be thinking is that there is only 3 steps. Why did I create 4? This is because of the turning step, which we will extend like this, as you can see right here. Here we go. So I'll just use the eraser tool to erase the extra geometry here, like this. So as I told you earlier, these are hollow from under, so we will close them. So if you make steps one by one, that will be a difficult process. So like this, if you do like this, it will become a lot easier. So this is done basically. Okay, now I will create another step here. We can also use the steps that we created earlier, but I'm just doing it so that the people who are doing with me while watching the video can practice. 6 inches, 6 inches, joining the geometry. So the drawing of the railing, as you can see here, is not letting some of the boundaries connect, so that is why these are not getting connected by themselves. This is why we cannot push pull them. Again, select all the faces. We can only select the faces above the plane. Navigate and find everything. So now using the move tool, like this, again create another step and type X. So this time, before copying and pressing the X4 or X10, how many steps you need, so before that we will create the lower face. So like this. Now I will press the control key. Now we can use the X key, of course, from the keyboard. So I'm just counting 7, 8. Okay. X11 I will type here. So that didn't work, so I will do it again. Select and all the faces. So if you're copying something, be sure that you don't give another command. Do it in continuation. Like that it will work properly. So like this. Okay. Like this your stairs will be created. Now as you can see, our stairs are falling a little short, so we can either change the dimensions of each step or add another step to eradicate the problem. So basically the plan you are importing, it must create an idea which lets you know what dimensions you need for each step. So now I'm just gonna add a new step. I will just copy this one from here. Okay. Move. After this, the first floor surface will pick the continuity from here. So basically this is done right now. Now we will work on the first floor plan. So we'll edit the first floor plan using another way, which is walls moving method. So we won't create a rectangle and add stuff to it. In this method we will create a wall and move it all around the plane and do stuff quickly. So like that it will work. Basically I'm just gonna look around and delete the extra geometry. Okay, this one. Okay, this one. So let's start the process now. Now we will take any edge and make a square or a rectangle there. Now firstly right click and reverse face. Now try to keep this selection white always. Don't let it be blue or gray. So for that you can use reverse face. Here we go. Now I will give an height of around 10 feet. Now in all steps we'll continuously keep our finger over the control key because we are gonna press it a lot. So before every next step we'll stop and press the control key again. Now control here, move till here, control again, stop, control again, move till here, stop, control again, stop, control again, stop here. Keep stretching the wall like this, control again and push pull, control again. Okay, here we go, control again. Okay, so like this we are gonna create all the walls. Okay, so it's the same thing over and over. Now just one thing to remember is that when you meet two walls of different width in continuity, now for example here, okay, so for example here, here we will give 4.5 inch in this area, 4.5 inch wall is required. So then we'll stretch again. Now again it's 9 inch here. So like this you can shift from one dimension to another. Now here as you can see there's a door, so stop before the door again, right here. Okay, again push the wall and complete the room. Now afterwards erase or push down the door part. This was a window, I will also push that down. Now again the same process. Again a door. So same thing when walls change dimensions. So this edge around here is a little tricky, so just see what I do. Like this, move it like this. Now I will shift it around here. Okay, done. I will create this wall now. Again a door, again stop, control, again there is a window. Okay, this is done. Again the same thing as earlier around this edge. So there is a column, as you can see. Push it. Okay, here we go. Now one thing you can do here is press the control key and push the selection around. So reverse face, and here we go, like this. So here there will be a door, so we'll just leave it around like that only. Again a wall, again a column. So this method looks easy, but it requires a little bit of SketchUp understanding of your plan and a little precision. Now I'm gonna bring down the walls around the door and the window to okay, done. So now we'll also complete the remaining walls. Control again. The thickness here changes, so we'll have to do that. again over the door, stretch it till here, Ctrl plus Z, okay, right here, done. So here there is a window again. So here the walls are changing dimensions again, so I will do it like this. So we'll stop around before completing the whole wall, and we can push it like this. Okay, here we go. Stretch it. So this time we didn't had to move over the door. Again, control and stretch. So okay, control plus Z, control and stretch like this. Here there is another window. So basically in this method there is a lot of use of the control key. All you have to remember is that where you have created doors, windows and other stuff. So I'm just gonna complete the wall. Again, dimension change, 4.5-inch wall. Here we go. So this method is more convenient, of course. So this wall here wasn't made while the creation of the plan, because the area adjacent to the stairs also belonged to our client as well. So an open area was required here. So but for now we will create a wall to complete and close the model. So I'm gonna do it right now like this. Now most of our stuff is done, and now I will push down the doors that were left earlier, this one as well. So you can see this method is quicker than the other one. Now what we are gonna do is enclose this whole plan and erase the area we don't need. So this right here, we don't need this area, erase. I'm just creating some geometry to enclose the area right here. Okay, so I'm just erasing the extra geometry right now. These geometries are of no use as well, so we'll erase them. We created them when we created the plan for reference purposes, but right now it will bother us while we add some material to the floor. So we are going to delete all of it or most of it. Okay, this one as well, erase. Yep. Now I will also eradicate this section because it will be an open area because of the staircase. So erase. So like keep on creating geometries until everything gets enclosed. So from here, okay, like this. So the extra geometry that is grouped will be easier to erase. These ungrouped ones are the one that are a little tougher though. Like as you can see, we are erasing them manually. Okay. So I'm trying to basically enclose this area, but these extra geometries are giving me a hard time. I enclosed this area as well. These geometries aren't letting me enclose the area. So okay, now I will give you an example of why we erase these extra geometries, and especially the enclosed ones. So just wait a second, let me create a selection around here. Okay, I'll use the pencil tool again. So like here in this section, if we add a color or a material, it won't affect the area inside this circle. So that is a thing you have to remember. So take that into consideration while applying the materials, that there are no enclosed geometries around. Here we go with the staircase. Deleting extra geometries. Now what I will do is create a base around here. Again, keep the vertical lines parallel to the blue axis. Okay. It's almost done. So just a little bit more. Okay. Like this. And here we go. Last one. So reverse faces. Okay. Created. So now here it is a staircase, so we'll erase this area. We have to leave a wide open area here. Erase, push it down. Okay, erased. So also from the top view I will delete the staircase as well. One second, selecting all of it and the right one as well. Erase. Here we go. Now some of the geometries were also erased that we need, so I'm just gonna recreate a rectangle that we just created. So like this, you see empty spaces here, so I'll fill them by creating some more geometries. Okay, I'm completing the geometries, the last one. Okay, that is done, and to the bottom right as well. Okay, done. So we'll erase the middle part. Now I will select, wait a second, connect it. I'm just making some last changes before placing the first floor over the ground floor, like that. Deleting these extra geometries as well. Everything looks good. So now I will select all of the plan and move it over the ground floor plan. Move it using the move tool. Here we go. Matching the edges. Now as you can see, it is not quite matching. I'm talking about the staircase. So we'll fix this one. But there's one thing that I forgot, was to make it a group. So I will press Ctrl+Z and make the first floor plan a different group. Make the ground floor a separate group as well. Okay, make group. Again, move the first floor back above the ground one. Now whatever editing we want to do, we can double click inside the group and do all the changes we want without affecting the other floor plan. So now most of it is done. I'm just gonna fix the staircase, make a portion here and push it down. Okay, this I will erase this as well, and erase the extra geometries that are left. Now this portion I will push a little back, and this way it will be done. So now here you can see most of it is done. Everything is good. So now the next step is designing the front elevation of the building. So keep watching, keep practicing. See you in the next video, and thank you.